Hello, today we are going to see about the intramodal dispersion, material dispersion and the waveguide dispersion in this slides. Intramodal dispersion. So intramodal dispersion is also known as chromatic dispersion or group velocity dispersion. So optical sources which do not emit just a single frequency but the band of frequencies, then there are maybe a propagation delay difference between the different spectral components of transmitted signal. So this will cause the broadening of each transmitted mode and hence it is termed as the intramodal dispersion. So there will be a propagation delay between different spectral components in an optical signal and it is launched into the fiber from the optical source. So it has two types of intramodal dispersion. One is the material dispersion and another one is waveguide dispersion. Let me see one by one. Material dispersion. So in this dispersions will arises due to the variation of the refractive index of the core materials as a function of wavelength or the frequency of light. So this will causes the wavelength dependence on the group velocity of any given mode. That is, pulse spreading occurs when different wavelengths follows the same path. Here this will takes place within a single mode. So here the spectral width is approximately about 4 to 9% and of the central wavelength. So this will occur due to the different wavelengths in the same path of the dispersion. Group velocity. So here the group velocity of the mode is a function of index of refraction and the various spectral components of the given mode will travel at different speeds, that is depending on the wavelength. So in order to estimate the effect of material dispersion on pulse broadening, we will consider the plane wave propagating through the homogeneous dielectric medium of refractive index N1, that is beta is equal to 2 pi by lambda into N1 into lambda. So differentiate the propagation constant beta in the equation 1 with respect to the wavelength as given below. So that is d beta by d lambda is equal to 2 pi into minus n1 by lambda squared plus 1 by lambda into dn1 by d lambda, that is equal to minus 2 pi by lambda squared into n1 minus lambda 1 into dn1 by d lambda. Here d beta by d lambda is equal to minus 2 pi by lambda squared into n1. So when the group index n1 is equal to n1 minus lambda into dn1 by d lambda. So the group velocity Vg can be obtained as Vg is equal to d beta by d omega the whole inverse, that is equal to d beta by d lambda into d lambda by d omega the whole power inverse. So here omega is the angular frequency and it is expressed as omega is equal to 2 pi f is equal to 2 pi into c by lambda, that is d omega by d lambda is equal to minus 2 pi c by lambda squared. Here c is the velocity of the light in free space. By substituting the equation 6 in the equation 4, we will get Vg is equal to minus 2 pi c by lambda squared into d beta by d lambda the whole inverse. So we may write equation 2 as d beta by d lambda is equal to minus 2 pi by lambda squared into n1, that is n1 is equal to lambda squared by 2 pi into d beta by d lambda. By substituting the equation 8 in equation 7, we may express the group velocity as Vg is equal to c divided by n1. Next one is group delay. So when the signal propagates along the fiber, each spectral component can be assumed to travel independently and to undergo a time delay or group delay per unit length in the direction of propagation. So the group delay tau g in the optical fiber over the length L arising from the group velocity of spectral components can be expressed as tau g is equal to L divided by Vg. By substituting the equation 3 and equation 9, we will get tau g is equal to L by Vg, that is equal to L by C into N1. So tau g is equal to L by C into N1 minus lambda into dN1 by d lambda. So for the material dispersion, the group delay is denoted by tau mat, and it can be expressed as tau mat is equal to L by C into N1 minus lambda into dN1 by d lambda. So consider the source used for launching the power into optical fiber. It will operate at a wavelength lambda and a RMS spectral width of sigma lambda. Then the RMS pulse broadening is sigma mat is equal to modulus of d tau mat divided by d lambda into sigma lambda. Okay, using this 12th equation for tau mat and differentiate with respect to lambda, we will get d tau mat divided by d lambda is equal to L by C into dN1 by d lambda minus dN1 by d lambda plus lambda into d squared N1 by d lambda squared. So that is L by C into lambda into d squared N1 by d lambda squared. So by substituting the equation 14 in equation 13, we will get tau mat is equal to sigma lambda L by C into C lambda modulus of lambda into d squared N1 by d lambda squared. So the d mat lambda is the material dispersion, which will be defined as d mat of lambda is equal to lambda by C modulus of d squared N1 by d lambda squared. That is sigma mat is equal to sigma lambda L modulus of d mat of lambda. So the material dispersion characteristics curve versus wavelength will goes through the 0 at a wavelength of 1.27 micrometer. So this point is called as the zero material dispersion. So the material dispersion will remain very small and it will maintain the values which is close to the 0 for pure silica glass at the wavelength of around 1300 nanometer. Okay, next one is reduction of material dispersion. So the material dispersions can be reduced either by choosing the sources with narrower spectral output width or by operating at the longer wavelength. So using the laser source in place of LED source which has a smaller width, there will be reduces the material dispersion effect in an optical fiber. Next we are going to see about the waveguide dispersion. So the waveguide dispersions will occur when the single mode fiber only confines about 80% on the optical power to the core. So the dispersion arises from 20% of light propagating in the cladding, which will travels faster than the light confined to the core. So the amount of waveguide dispersion will be depends on the fiber designer. So here the waveguide dispersion will be of the fiber may also create intramodal dispersion, which will result from the variation in the group velocity with wavelength for a particular mode. So that is the angle made with the fiber axis by a particular ray corresponding to the mode will also vary with respect to the wavelength, which will subsequently leads to the variation in the transmission times for the rays that will lead to the pulse broadening. So this pulse broadening effect is known as the waveguide dispersion. Here we are going to take the effect of the waveguide dispersion on pulse spreading and can be approximated by assuming the refractive index of the material which is independent of the wavelength. So the group delay is nothing but the time which is required for the mode to travel along the fiber of length L. So it can be defined as B is equal to 1 minus UA by V the whole square, So we know that V is equal to 2 pi a by lambda into n1 square minus n2 square the whole power 1 by 2. So that is equal to Ka into n1 square minus n2 square the whole power 1 by 2. So U is equal to a into n1 squared k squared minus beta squared the whole power 1 by 2. So by substituting the equation 19th and 20th in equation 18, we will get B is equal to minus 1 minus a squared into n1 squared k squared minus beta squared divided by k squared a squared into n1 squared minus n2 squared. So that is k squared into n1 squared minus n2 squared minus a squared into n1 squared k squared minus beta squared divided by k squared into n1 squared minus n2 squared. So then we will receive k squared n1 squared minus k squared n2 squared minus a squared n1 squared k squared plus a squared beta squared divided by k squared into n1 squared minus n2 squared. So consider the value of a is equal to 1 micrometer. Then we will receive the equation as n1 squared minus n2 squared minus n1 squared plus beta squared by k squared divided by n1 squared minus n2 squared. That is B is equal to beta squared by k squared minus n2 squared divided by n1 squared minus n2 squared. So for small values of index difference, the del is equal to n1 minus n2 divided by n1. Then the equation 21 will becomes B is equal to beta by k minus n2 divided by n1 minus n2. So that is B is equal to beta by k minus n2 divided by n1 minus n2 into n1 divided by n1. So there is a small index difference between the core and landing, that is n1 is equal to n2 and del is equal to n1 minus n2 divided by n1. Then the equation will becomes B is equal to beta by k minus n2 divided by del n2. So that is B del n2 is equal to beta minus k n2 divided by k. So that is beta is equal to n2k into B del plus 1. So assuming that n2 is not a function of wavelength, from the equation 24 we can find the d beta by dk value, that is beta is equal to n2k into B del plus 1. So d beta by dk is equal to n2 into B del plus 1. That is d beta by dk is equal to n2 plus n2 del B into dk by dk. So the group delay tau wg arising from the waveguide dispersion is expressed as tau wg is equal to L by C d beta by dk. So by substituting the equation 25 in equation 26, we will get tau wg is equal to L by C into n2 plus n2 del into d into kb by dk. So the normalized frequency V is expressed as V equal to Ka into n1 square minus n2 square the whole power 1 by 2, that is equal to Ka n1 into root of 2 del. So that is Ka n2 into root of 2 del, that is n1 is equal to n2. So taking the derivation of V number with respect to K, then we may written as dV by dk is equal to A n2 into root of 2 del. So the group delay in the equation 27, which can be written in terms of V instead of K as tau wg is equal to L by C into n2 plus n2 del into d of kb by dk into dv by dk. So that is tau wg is equal to L by C into n2 plus n2 del into dvb by dv. So the first term in the equation 30 is a constant and the second term represents the group delay arising from the waveguide dispersion. So that is d of vb by dv is equal to b into 1 minus 2jv squared into ua divided by jv plus 1 into ua jv minus 1 into ua. So the RMS pulse spread due to the waveguide dispersion tau wg. So over the distribution of wavelength sigma lambda, it can be obtained from the derivative of group delay, that is tau wg is equal to modulus of d tau wg by d lambda into sigma lambda. So taking the derivative of the equation 30 and using the equation 32, we will get tau wg is equal to ln2 del sigma lambda by c modulus of d by d lambda into d vb by dva. So that is ln2 del sigma lambda by c into modulus of d by dv into d into vb by dv into dv by d lambda. So taking the derivatives on both sides of the equation 28 with respect to lambda, we will get v is equal to ak n2 into root of 2 del. That is dv by d lambda is equal to d by d lambda into a into 2 pi by lambda n2 into root of 2 del. So substituting k is equal to 2 pi by lambda. So that is a into minus 2 pi by lambda squared into n2 into root of 2 del. That is v is equal to 2 pi by lambda a into n2 into root of 2 del. So that is dv by d lambda is equal to minus v by lambda. So by substituting the equation 34 in equation 33, we will get sigma wg is equal to ln2 del into sigma lambda divided by c lambda into v into d squared into vb by dv squared. So consequently, the waveguide dispersion parameter can be expressed as dwg is equal to 1 by l into d tau wg by d lambda, that is equal to minus n2 del divided by c lambda into v into d squared vb by dv squared. So the waveguide dispersion in a single fiber is, from the equation 36 we can observe that the waveguide dispersion factor depends on second derivative of the product of v number and the normalized propagation constant b with respect to the v number. So consider an expression for the factor ua for the lowest order mode in the normalized propagation constant. So ua is equal to 1 plus root 2 into v divided by 1 plus 4 plus v power 4 the whole power 1 by 4. So the normalized propagation constant b of v is equal to 1 minus ua by v the whole square. By substituting the equation 37 in equation 38, we will get b of v is equal to 1 minus 1 plus root 2 divided by 1 plus 4 plus v power 4 the whole power 1 by 4 the whole squared. That is equal to 1 minus 1 plus root 2 the whole square divided by 1 plus 4 plus v power 4 the whole power 1 by 4 the whole squared. So the total dispersion d total in practical single mode fiber is d total is equal to d mat plus dwg plus d pro, that is ps nm minus 1 km minus 1. So the profile dispersion of fiber with a given index profile alpha will exhibit the different pulse spreading according to the source wavelength which is used. So this is called as the profile dispersion. Thank you.